Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today, we're going to grab a head of cabbage, which is known as Repollo in Spain, truly one of the best ingredients available at supermarkets, because they're heart-healthy and packed with nutrients, and create a very simple yet delicious recipe. We're talking crispy cabbage fritters. These are known as Tortitas de Repollo. And let me tell you, these fritters have a light crispy texture on the outside, with an amazing flavor in the inside. The recipe is very easy to make, and the best part, it's all done in just 30 minutes. Folks, serve these fritters as a tapas appetizer or even as a side, next to some roasted potatoes and pan-grilled fish. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite is going to fill you with so much goodness. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. The Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the basic pantry staples you need, such as extra virgin olive oil, which we're going to use in today's recipe, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit Tienda.com. Let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there. Make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's begin by prepping the cabbage. I'm going to grab half a pound of cabbage, which is 8 ounces, or 225 grams, and using a box grater, finely shredding it. And as you can see, I'm using green cabbage, but you can also use red cabbage, or a combination of the both. Then add the shredded cabbage into a colander, and rinse it under some water. And then we'll add the colander with the cabbage over a bowl and season the cabbage with sea salt and let it sit there for 10 minutes. By taking this step, that salt's going to extract the water out of the cabbage. That way, once we cook our fritters, they're full of flavor, and it also ensures that they end up with that light crispy texture. In the meantime, let's start making the batter. I'm going to add 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour into a large bowl, which is 90 grams. Then we'll make a well in the middle. Crack in 1 large egg and whisk the egg. And then add in half a cup of club soda, which is 120 milliliters, and whisk it all together until you end up with a smooth batter. You can also use sparkling water here, or even beer if you like. Once we end up with a smooth batter, I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of chopped onion, which is 35 grams. Finely grate in 1 clove of garlic. As always, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely chop it. Add 2 tablespoons of chopped chives, which is 5 grams. And half a teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is a little over 1 gram. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. Then we'll move back to the cabbage. After letting it sit there for 10 minutes and that salt has extracted the water, we'll add it over a cheesecloth and squeeze out all the water. You can also use a flour sack towel here, or just leave the cabbage in the colander and using a wooden spoon, push down on it. Then we'll add the shredded cabbage into the batter and season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it one final mix until it's well mixed together. And that's the exact texture you want for your batter. If you see that yours is too thick or thin, you just adjust the amount of liquid you add in there. But like I've told you in prior videos, these fritter batters are very forgiving, meaning even if you don't have them right on the money, you're still going to end up with delicious fritters. For the final step, let's start cooking them up. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Of course, you can use any oil you like here. It's just extra virgin is what's typically used in Spain, as it gives these fritters a beautiful lift of flavors. Let me agree to get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. After a couple minutes and the oil's nice and hot, we'll start adding in spoonfuls of the batter. You want to make sure all the fritters are in a single layer and evenly spaced out, so cook this in batches to not overcrowd the pan. You also want to make sure as you're adding them that you gently push down on each one. And we're going to go between 3 to 4 minutes per side here until the fritters are golden and crispy. And as you finish each batch, transfer fritters into a dish with some paper towels. Once all the fritters have been fried up, let's make a simple dipping sauce that truly elevates this dish. I'm going to add in half a cup of plain Greek yogurt into a bowl, which is 120 grams. Then we'll finely grate in 2 cloves of garlic. Once again, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely chop them. Add in 1 teaspoon of hot smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams. Squeeze in 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, which is 10 milliliters. And drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. Then we'll season with sea salt and a generous portion of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a whisk until we end up with a beautiful creamy sauce. Then we'll transfer the dip into a serving dish and decorate the fritters around it. And check it out, folks, our crispy cabbage fritters are done. Easy to make, restaurant quality presentation, and all done in just 30 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, tortitas de repollo. You know, hard to believe, we grab a head of cabbage and some other basic ingredients, got such a beautiful looking dish. Here we go. Take one. That is absolutely delicious. That texture says it all. You have that light crispiness in the outside, the inside, so many amazing flavors, with the cabbage really shining through, and that simple dipping sauce rounds out for the perfect balance. Easy to make, give it a try at home. Once again, as a topless appetizer, or even as a side dish. Either way, it's the kind of food that with each bite, it's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Krista Rakic, Robert Manahan, and Grace Suarez. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.